Dogman here. I bought a 177. Let's check it out. What do you think to this? This is my new Webley VMX Classic. Now, I was drawn to this gun. Obviously the price, I mean 130 quid. It's affordable fun, and yes, I'm going to go into it all in a minute. You know, it's not an old school Webley and all the rest of it, but affordable fun, and I do love the stock. You know, the cheap piece is a bit low, but it's pretty much designed for shooting with the open sights, I guess. But I do love the butt pad there. It's got the old red tone and spacer, as it's known. So there we go. I do love that, and it is reminiscent of my dad's old Diana. And so is the safety catch, the plastic safety catch there as well. So, and yeah, I just like the look of it. 130 quid. And I thought, well, people, you know, keep criticising hats and all the rest of it. I thought, I'll buy it. I'll give it a go. And I haven't got a 177, so I thought I'll give it a chance. So, I've done a little bit of research as usual. Get the high-tech A4 pad back out here. So this is the Webley VMX Classic, and basically it is the successor of the well-known Vulcan air rifle, and a lot of collectors will have a Vulcan or possibly grown up with one. So as I've previously mentioned there, it's got a classic ambidextrous hardwood stock. You can get it in 177 or 22 caliber, and I've gone for a 177 for a change. She'll put out around 10.5 to 11 foot-pounds apparently. I haven't got a chronograph, but that's what I've been told. So she's up there, just under the legal limit. It has a power lock spring, which is basically a better quality spring apparently. Precision steel rifle barrel. Now, it is the workings of the gun are quite. You can tell it's a cheap gun, you know, and it reminds me of the Hammerly I've got. So there's obviously in Turkey, in China, and other places, there's a cheaper method of making air rifles, which is incorporated into this gun. But you know, I'm going to give it a chance. So it has a 2-stage adjustable trigger. Now the thing I like about the trigger is it's metal, and it does have a synthetic or plastic trigger guard. However, the trigger does let it down a little bit. The trigger does move side to side, and it's meant to be a 2-stage trigger, but the first stage you can barely feel, only just. And then I've forgotten the terminology now. It takes a while to pull back. I'll think of that in a minute. Yeah, not the best trigger. Especially since I've been using my HW99S with the record trigger. But you get what you pay for, don't you? So trigger creep, there you go. There's a lot of trigger creep on it. So it has fibre optic open sights in the sort of modern. You get the red dot on the front, which is incorporated into the cockinade, and then you have your rear sights, which have like you know, the wheel style. The cylinder has machined scope grooves and an arrestor block to stop your scope creep. Automatic safety. I quite like the safety actually. It's just comes out, you push forward, 2 clear red dots. Reminiscent of my Diana and Cometa rifles in the past. And there's other models of Webley that people will remember with that style of safety catch as well. Possibly the Omega and the Venom or something like that. There's a lot of the old rifles incorporated into this gun. So overall length is 43 inches, that's 109 centimetres, and it weighs £6, 7 ounces, so 6.5 pounds, 2.9 kilos, which is ideal for me, perfect for me. There is a scaled down version of this gun, which is the VMX Cub, and you can get it in the classic style, or there's synthetic stock and camo available, I believe, as well. Again, in 177 or 22, and that smaller gun for juniors puts out 5.5 foot-pounds, and it has an overall length of 37.8 inches, 96 centimetres, and a weight of 5 pounds, 3 ounces, 2.4 kilograms. Well, that's enough spec for a minute. So let's have another look at the gun. And yeah, I mean, I like the look of it. I'll bring it in a bit closer. It's got some, like I say, I do like the butt pad and the stock. It's got the checkering on the pistol grip there and up front. There's the barrel. All right, there's a big piece of plastic on the end, which is not everyone's cup of tea, but it doesn't cover the whole barrel. I don't mind a cocking aid down this end, or a barrel weight, but I don't like to see all the metal covered up. And there's the cylinder there, the safety catch. I've got my one of my Hawk Fast mounts on top, 50mm. Turn around a bit, see if there's, yeah, you got your little bit of information on there. Webley VMX power lock, which is obviously a trademark spring or something they've got going there, and there's some information there. You get Webley and Scott. Obviously we know it's a Hatson, don't we? But yeah, I gave her a go yesterday, and I'll go through the pellet testing. So I started off with some cheap pellets. These are David Nickerson Magnum Domes, very cheap. Get it right. $6.75 from Mole Valley. These are 8.18 grains, and here's the target for that. A little bit all over the place, not the tightest groups. And then I sort of went up to a medium sort of price pellet, Bisley Practice. So there's that one. And they got the new label now with the 8.18 grain listed on the front with a nice new picture. So big up to Bisley for that, or H&M. And yeah, got some slightly better results here. There's the first card. Not great there. But intermittently, she would tighten up. And look at that middle one there. That's a hell of a group there in the middle. But unlike the HW99S, I'm finding with these cheaper guns. Oh, that's the third one. There's the second one. Another nice group there. I'm finding with these cheaper guns that you'll get a decent group, and then it will go off again. So they seem very inconsistent. But that's the latest from me. I mean, another reason I bought this gun is Mark Comosio from Gunmart. Now, he did a couple of videos on YouTube 6 years ago. So I think it's all around 2019, that sort of time, when this gun, the Classic and the Cub, came out. And he said he was at the British Shooting Show, which is held at the NEC, and something about the style drew him towards it. I know he probably promotes Hatson products, Webley, whatever you want to say, or many others, but he was genuinely impressed with this budget break barrel, a compact and solid little sporter, basic but well presented, which I think it is. Mark, he wrote an article as well. I'll see if I can link that as well for some more information. He's always had a soft spot for Webley. He had a classic 1979 Vulcan, which gave him a gateway into the sport, and the Vulcan, as you all know, was a classic Webley in its day. But yeah, so just proves that a promotional video by someone with more knowledge than myself can lead to a sale. So there you go. But I've given it my own sort of first impression review there. I've got some better quality pellets to use. Got some H&Ns, so we'll see if they're any good. Slightly heavier there. What are they? They're 8.64 grain. So there we go. It's the Webley VMX Classic. Catch you again.